Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Are you actually trying to move on, or are you still hoping they'll come back? I mean, be honest with yourself for a second, because a lot of people say, I'm done, I'm letting go, I'm moving on. But then they're still checking their phone, still thinking maybe today they'll reach out, still imagining the message, hey. And you know exactly what happens when that message comes in. Your whole body reacts. Your brain starts racing. What does this mean? Why now? Are they finally ready? Is this it? And suddenly you're right back in it, like nothing changed, like all the pain just resets. Look, people ask me this all the time. Should I chase them? Should I show them I care? What if they think I don't want them anymore? And the answer is not as simple as people think, because this isn't really about chasing, it's about something deeper. Think about this for a second. When you feel the urge to reach out, you're not just trying to talk to them, you're trying to change something. You're trying to get clarity. You're trying to get reassurance. Get them to feel something. Get them to choose you. And your brain tells you, if I just say the right thing, if I just explain myself, if I just show them how much I care, then maybe this will turn around. But here's the truth, and I want you to really hear this. When you chase, you're not just building connection. You're trying to override their lack of movement. And that never works, not long term. Let me tell you something. If someone is not moving toward you, there's nothing you can say that'll make them move in a real way. You might get a response. You might get a conversation. You might even get a little bit of warmth. But what you won't get is consistency. You won't get depth. You won't get what you're actually looking for. And that's where it gets confusing, because you think, wait, but they just responded. They said something nice. They didn't reject me. Yeah, but they still didn't choose you. And your brain struggles with that because it lives in the middle, not fully rejected, but not chosen either. That's the most addictive place to be. That's where the loop lives. Now, here's the part that most people don't want to hear. You're not chasing them because you're weak. You're chasing them because a part of you still believes this can work, even if another part of you knows this is not good for me. They don't show up. They're inconsistent. You're holding both at the same time, and that tension is what keeps you stuck. Because every time you don't hear from them, your brain starts filling in the gaps. Maybe they're thinking about me. Maybe they're just scared. Maybe they need space. And then you feel the urge again to reach out, to check, to reopen the door. Quick pause for a second. If this is hitting you right now, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, this is exactly what I'm doing, just take a second, like the video, subscribe, follow, and honestly share it with someone who's stuck in the same loop, because most people don't even realize this is what's happening to them. Now let's get back to it. Look, not chasing them is not a strategy. It's not a technique. It's not something you do to get them back. That's where people get it wrong. They think, if I stop chasing, they'll come back. No, that's still chasing, just in a different form. Not chasing means you're no longer trying to influence the outcome. Let that sink in. You're not trying to make them realize your value, trying to trigger their feelings, trying to create connection. You're stepping out of that completely. And I know what you're thinking, but what if they think I don't care? But what if they forget about me? But what if I lose my chance? Think about this for a second. If the only way to keep someone is by chasing them, you never really had them. And I know that's hard to hear, but it's clean, because real connection doesn't need chasing. It moves both ways, naturally, without force. Now let's talk about the difference between don't chase them and let them go, because people mix these up all the time. Don't chase them is stopping the behavior, not texting, not reaching, not pulling. Let them go is deeper. That's letting go of the hope, letting go of the mental attachment, letting go of the maybe. And that part takes time. You can stop chasing today. That's a decision. Letting go, that's a process. And you might still think about them. You might still miss them. You might still have moments where you feel that pull. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It just means your system is detaching. But every time you don't chase, every time you don't reopen the loop, you're teaching your mind something new. You're showing yourself, I don't need to act on this feeling. And slowly, that pull gets weaker. Not because you forced it, but because you stopped feeding it. And eventually, you stop asking, should I reach out? Because it doesn't even occur to you anymore. Not in a dramatic way, just quietly. And if you're sitting there right now, feeling that urge, that pull, that thought of maybe I should just say something, just pause. You don't have to decide forever. Just decide not today and see what that feels like. If you need help with this, if you're stuck in this loop, if you can't get out of it on your own, you don't have to do this alone. You can book a one-on-one session with me through the link in my bio, or reach out on pop call, chat, voice, or video, whatever works for you. We'll work through it together, calmly, practically, no pressure. All right, just sit with this for a bit. You don't need to fix everything right now.